So since my last update, I have continued to work on the code to generate the individuals. So this is kind of an odd problem, and it probably doesn't make a lot of sense out of context. But you have to, for a genetic algorithm, you have to have a population of individuals. Now the question then becomes, how do you generate that population? Do you select certain things to generate the population? There may be better ways to do it, and I'm certainly we can work on that moving forward. But what I did was I just took the same strategy that the one max problem, which I keep referencing this one max problem because it really does, it's a good introduction to genetic algorithms. The one max problem just randomly chooses, it has a 30 element array that has randomly chosen zeros and ones. Like that's sort of how it defines unique individuals. Well, I applied the same concept to our application, and instead of having random zeros and ones, we have random parameters. So you actually pass in the range that you want to pull a number randomly from. So 0 to 50, 0 to 1,000, 0 to 3. And with this class, it'll take that and it'll then just return a dictionary of random parameters within that range. So to kind of give you a base example here, this is just some test data. This is just a dictionary that it has it already has the parameters set, and we're actually just going to pass this straight to the JVM and run it in the Java controller and run the simulation. So we're going to pass these parameters to the simulation. You noticed it called up the JVM. It loaded our code, our Java code, which I'm not currently showing, which was discussed way earlier on in the project. And it passed these parameters to it, and so then it launched GeNetLogo, and then GeNetLogo ran the simulation, and then it returned these results. So what happens if we use the random parameters? We say, and then we say, so this was the file with all the parameters, the ranges. And I believe these should be the complete ranges that the GeNetLogo parameters can take, pulled from the GeNetLogo application. And so if we run this, we get this result here. And at first, when I was working on this week, I wasn't that sure what does this mean. But I actually ran it a couple of times, and every once in a while I would get some values. And so I was like, what is going on? And then it started to dawn on me, okay, this is a huge range of parameters. Could it be that this is just the bacteria is just essentially dying, and so at the end of the simulation, because the Java code is returning these values at the end of the simulation, that basically all the bacteria are dead. So what I did was I wrote a file that has no range. There is no range, right? So it's only picking these values. And these are, of course, the same values that I used here. So what we would expect is we should get the same results here. So if we run this, we change this to the test parameters. Boom. Exactly what we wanted. So what's good about this is we've solved this problem. So now we can actually begin to move forward with generating these individuals and knowing what's actually going on. We know that this is working and this is correct. So I'm very pleased with this, and moving forward it will be finally really getting into the actual genetic algorithm, which will be crazy. Who knows what challenges will lie there. But I will definitely update next Friday with what what I have been able to accomplish, what I've been able to get working.